Thanks for checking out my micro drawings channel. I've got a quarter, a pencil, and my Copic multi-liner black pen to start things off as far as scale. And tonight I'll be drawing Charlie Brown on the pitching mound with a upset, frustrated, sad look on his face. So I'm getting started with the Copic multi-liner. Typically I'll start with a facial feature, and that's what I'm doing here. I started with Charlie Brown's nose, then I added his eyes, and the little, I guess, worry lines, around his eyes, giving them a little emotion. Then from that, I drew the bottom of the hat where the hat touches his head, and drew the rest of his round face and his ears. And then from there, drawing the brim of the hat, coloring that in, with the black Copic multi-liner. There goes the rest of the hat, the little button on top of the hat. And then there's his neck. And I'll just continue to work down using his head as the base as far as reference and scale and size-wise to make it proportionate. There I go on his arm and his baseball glove or pitcher's mitt or whatever you want to call it. And there's just some details on that. Then from there, I'm drawing down the rest of his shirt. And there's his shorts. The shorts the Charlie Brown characters or Peanuts characters wear are pretty short, so there's not much there. There's the baseball in his right hand, and then from there I'm going to draw down his short little legs and his big shoes, and then I'll be able to start coloring him in. Just looking ahead at that a little bit, I use Copic sketch markers. They've got two ends. One is a fine tip, a little sharper end, and then the other side is a broad chisel point. I rarely use a broad chisel point. Off to the side, I've got a piece of paper that I'll test out colors on. Sometimes I use that chisel point on that. There's a quarter for scale. You can see it covers up the whole drawing. And there we go, the Copic sketch marker, starting with the yellow for his shirt. And I don't know why exactly, but I decided I would add his little zigzag marking across his shirt after I colored it yellow. So I guess I forgot. Anyways, getting that added with back to the Copic multi-liner. And the Copic multi-liner is great because it does not smudge. When I'm coloring over it with the Copic sketch markers, it stays in place. So great marker to have. It's a 0.03 size. There's Cotton Pearl. That's what I use for the skin tone on a lot of my characters. And thanks for watching to this point and checking out my channel. If you haven't, check out the many other drawings I've got, including a lot of Calvin and Hobbes, other Snoopy or Peanuts. Recent one I drew was Spider-Man. Also have some Fortnite skins as well. So hopefully you enjoy those. Please consider subscribing and sharing with others. They're back to finishing off. And I'm almost done. I just got to get some brown in there for the glove and the mound. That fine tip, I can get pretty close to the edge, and I usually actually leave the ink a little bit short of the black line because it will actually bleed into the paper just a teeny bit and, work right up to that black line. So there's the shoes going in. I'll use a little lighter brown on the pitcher's mound, and then I'll use a yellow-green color for the grass to complete the scene. All right, so here goes the pitcher's mound, getting that colored in. And by rotating the paper, it lets me work up to where I want to with that fine tip. And there goes the yellow-green in next for the grass. Not super detailed on the grass. I had the lines there, the blades of grass already. And there, all I need to do now is put the date, 8/5 of 2020. Again, thanks for checking out the channel. Hope you enjoyed.